A season that started all the way back on September 15, 2025 comes to a conclusion this weekend. A team finishing in third place looking to recapture freshman division glory against a bit of a newcomer who was not given much of a chance going into the season, let alone the playoffs, and has made a ton of noise here in the month of March. The Middle Country Cougars, the St. Anthony's Friars, set to go Game 1 of the freshman final for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League begins tonight on LI Sports Network. With Paul Trentini on camera, I'm Brady Campbell here at the North Rink at the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. And we're just about set to go. Warm-ups underway. Friars, the 3 seed, having to get through both Southampton and Longwood to get here in the playoffs. They did so in fairly dominant fashion, putting up a total of 12 goals, 6 in each. 6-3 win over Southampton back last week, and then 2 days later, 6-1 over Longwood. And it was the Jake Evans show, 2 goals, 3 assists against the Whalers. Just the 2 goals against the Lions, but he was the dominant offensive performer for the Friars. Brody Morbillo getting things done between the pipes as they outscore their opponents 12-4 after finishing the regular season 15-2-3, 33 points in third place. The Cougars, on the other hand, 2 games under in the regular season, 9-11-0, 18 points, 8th place. But they were able to secure that final spot, the 8 seed, of course. Quarterfinals, they match up with the 1 seed, East Islip Chiefs. 2-1 win. Derek Johnson with 3:50 left, getting the game winner in that one. 2 days later, the 2 seed, Smithtown Hauppauge Red, the Bulls 4-3, able to hold on there. Derek Johnson, 2 goals again, including a short-handed tally in that one. The 2 one-goal wins over the top 2 seeds. They'll have to go through the 3 seed, and it should be a good one. Game 2 tomorrow night, Game 3 Monday, if necessary. It's the Friars and the Cougars. Game 1 next here on LISN. Set for puck drop between the Cougars and the Friars. Game 1 of the Freshman Division Finals. Starting goalies, Friars will go with number 40 tonight, Leo Bonawant. He has started 8 games in the regular season, 2.40 goals against, 6-0-1-0 on the season for Leo. He'll be opposed by number 1, Dominic Graziano. Throughout the year, 12 starts, 13 total games, 5.36 goals against, 7-5-0-0 in the season. Cougars looking to do what not too many teams have done and run the table as the 8 seed. But they're going to have to go through one of the most dominant programs this league has ever seen at any level. And of course that continues here as the Friars looking to make it 2 out of 3 this year. And of course the varsity and JV teams made it to the finals, went 1-1 total. Friars in the home white as the designated higher seed, going left to right, right to left for the Cougars in the road blue. Face off. Set puck down, we're underway, and Zethner will fire it in right off the draw. Madison DeChiaro back on it. She's checked by Nicholas Nooner, but it's Derek Johnson who's had himself a playoffs, helping to propel his team to this position. We'll put it in deep. It comes behind Forum, trying to stuff it, couldn't get it through. Out to the line, Lucas Reyes, skate to stick, kept it moving, but intercepted, and back out comes Nooner. Quick cut, stood off there at the red line by Johnson. Reaching for it, unable to grab it, Nicholas Tizano. Physicality starting to pick up as Nooner puts a hard shoulder there into Dylan DeChiaro. Reyes, though, from the red line will put it in. Conlon heads in after it. Jack Conlon sidesteps a hit in the corner. Teammates going to the goal. Johnson trying to jam it on. He was defended by Zethner. Back on it to the circle. Poked off his stick. DeChiaro will hold it in. Down to Liam McCarthy from a tough angle. Hit his own teammate in Conlon. And it's flipped back out by the Friars. DeChiaro hustles back. Tizano with the pressure. Backhand to the head. Held in though by Eden Colmar. Colmar trying to dangle through. Knocked to a knee by Johnson. Those two get tangled up. Colmar had a hold of Johnson's ankle there. Puck available. Held in. Menino keeps it alive. Moved down low by Borison. Borison trying to center, pops back to him, up in the air at the side of the goal, ends up in the corner once more. Johnson trying to will it out and does. Conlon with the flip. Back out to center and Colmar will regroup. This is McCauley. McCauley with speed, got the scoring start the other night in the semifinal. That one from a similar spot, fought off by Graziano. Colmar with the long reach, trying to hold it in, could not. DeChiaro back out. Zachary Maresca reaching for it, glove down by Mason LaSala. But Maresca couldn't get his skate back to the blue line, offside. First stoppage, 2 minutes, 6 seconds in. Fast pace, opening 2 minutes to this hockey game as expected. On paper, of course, the 3 seed and the 8 seed, but these two teams pretty evenly matched, and especially the way they've both been playing. It should be a fun weekend here to close out the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Final 2, maybe 3 games. Which of these teams is going to join the varsity Friars, the JV Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls, and the developmental Sachem Braves as the champion of the freshman division? Finally comes out here for the Cougars. DeChiaro created a little bit more room for himself. Drops it off to Giametti. Off a stick, still finds Elena Figueroa. A little bit of time here, stretches it out. Masala towards DeChiaro and in. He gets a shoulder into the boards. Johnson with the reach, steps up to hold it. DeChiaro tries to dig it free. He scored 2 goals as well in the semifinal game. The last 2 for the Cougars, the 4th on the power play, which ended up being the game winner. Bulls got 1 back late, but the Cougars were able to hold them off. Caliendo steps up, taken back by the Friars, though. Skated into here by Galloway. Galloway centers it off the stick of the goaltender and off towards the point. Alert play there from Graziano. Johnson back on it. Don't want to give him too much space if you're the Friars. But here he comes. Splits right through. Johnson to the backhand. Score! Just like the other night, Derek Johnson gets the scoring started in the finals. 1-0 Cougars. Well, on cue. Gave him too much room to pick up speed, and when they thought they had him closed off, he splits through all three of them. Similar move to his first goal in the semis, in which he had a breakaway as he goes to the backhand and slides it past Bonawent. And a huge goal for the 8th seed as they strike first in game one. Just under 4 minutes in. Friars come right back here looking to get it back. Colmar steps up. We'll go towards the line. Tizano back down to Colmar. Tries to step around Caliendo. Got lost somewhere in his skates. Back on it. Up top, just out of the reach of Tizano. Sebastian Caliendo gets the lone assist on the goal from Johnson. His 29th of the season, if you count regular season and playoffs. Back in, taking it wide here for a chance. And getting stopped is McCauley. Graziano comes back with a good save. Not a spot that the Friars have been in, really in general this season, but especially here in the playoffs. They've struck early and often in the opening 2 rounds. They get an offensive zone face-off here, and it comes back to Zethner. He goes across. One-timer fanned on that time by Galloway. Still alive, though. Taken. Menino fires wide from the high slot. Zethner once more. Takes a bump from McCarthy as he works it in deep. Johnson will wrap it around towards Conlon. Back for Johnson. Picking up speed, but he's double-teamed. Can't reach it. Closed off that time by Menino. Still in on the forecheck, though. Takes Zethner into the boards. Those two lock up in the corner. Some help now for the Cougars as Johnson winds it around. They'll come to Borison, though. He takes a hit from McCarthy. Conlon and Johnson with the pressure. Comes around and back out. Ivazai to the corner. Checked by Reyes. Cougars back on it. Conlon gets it back out. No, he did not. Left it just on the line there, and it's fired wide by Menino. Reyes up to Johnson. He'll flip it back out. Colmar on it. New D pairing fresh off the bench there. It's Colmar and McCauley. Fired there all the way around. Giametti will come to grab it. Grayson Giametti stops up behind the goal. Has LaSala. Off the stick. Colmar will come to grab it. Good stick by Decchiaro trying to bring it off to the races. He was back checked though by Salisi. Penalty upcoming, our first of the game. It's going against St. Anthony's. Right here in front of us at the red line. Cougars still with possession though. Decchiaro checked hard to the boards. It's still available. Now we get the whistle. And we wait the call. It's cross-checking. I believe it's Aiden Colmar that's going to go. And indeed it is. And with the early 1-0 lead, the Cougars get the game's first power play. 8:52 to go in period number 1. Tie up in the corner. This is McCauley back on it for the Friars. Quick cutback, wraps it all the way around and back out. Good hockey IQ play there from Logan McCauley to vacate that left point there for the Cougars. But now it's Johnson back on it. Fumbled it a bit. Goes back to Madison Decchiaro. Had the assist on their brother's game-winning goal. But Dylan lost the handle there. It's fired back down. Near turnover, and it will turn into one. Tizano towards the goal. Shot blocked by Johnson. Decchiaro back for Johnson. Returns it to Decchiaro, and Madison has space here over the line. Takes it wide. Drop pass. She took a big hit at the half wall. Friars trying to find it. Could have numbers if they do, but it's regained here by Johnson. That was Reggie Henry with the hit there on Decchiaro. She has it once more. Halfway through the power play, not a whole lot going here for the Cougars so far. LaSala, hard check. Feeds it though to Dylan Decchiaro. His shot gloved and held by Bonawent. Physicality picking up. Friars, the main catalyst for it. Probably, I'd say the bigger team, not by a whole lot. But they're going to try and use their size here to intimidate the Cougars. Not deterred so far, it seems. Johnson all the way around. Menino with Conlon on him. Dropped it behind the goal. McCarthy there was waiting for it. Tried to drop it to Conlon. Only found the tape of the defender, and that's Ivazai back out. Ivazai lost it. Dylan Decchiaro takes it back. 25 left on the power play for the Cougars. Johnson gets around Ivazai, loads up a wrister, fought off by Bonawent. He can bring it too. And that one may have caught the mask. Madison Decchiaro, quick shoulder dip, throws it in front, knocked around. McCarthy ends up on top of Bonawent. Chaos in the crease. Puck comes out to the point. Power play over. Held in by Madison Decchiaro, throws it towards the front, deflected in on goal, still available behind the net. Conlon knocked down. Wrap try. Net nearly popped off. Puck didn't end up in the back of the net. Conlon tied up. McCarthy with a hit. And it's cleared out by the Friars. This one got by Johnson. He wasn't able to grab it, though, with the power play having expired a few minutes ago. It's an icing. And the Cougar fan base to my right fired up after that sequence. An intense start to this one as expected. Johnson wins it back to Giametti. He's checked hard. Friars, neither team really, especially the Friars, not passing up a chance to lay the body. Here's Todd Rauch over the line for St. Anne's. Cuts to the slot. Rauch ran into LaSala. Got him with the hip check. Johnson back the other way, trying to push it with numbers. Johnson trying to slip through, could not, lost the handle. It ends up sliding in on goal where it's covered by Bonawent. Johnson and Menino come together. That knocks the net off after the whistle. And we get the stoppage. Fourth goal of these playoffs already for Derek Johnson. The difference here early on. So we start to enter the latter stages of period one, a little bit past the halfway point. Giametti down the boards. McCauley gets to it, wraps it around, waiting for Figueroa, but it hopped her stick and goes down the ice, no icing. Graziano will leave it for Johnson. Off the skate of Giametti. McCauley back on it. Goes around. Colmar gonna get to it. Ahead out of the reach of Nooner. Johnson from the red line fires it right back down to laid offside. Maresca touches up, but he'll go off for a change. Stretch pass picked up by Henry. Henry checked. Nooner on the follow-up. Down the slot. Lets one go just wide. Graziano may have been a bit screened there. Held in. Down the wall it comes, fired just wide. Maybe getting a piece of it was Graziano on the try that time from Tizzano. Fires just able to hold the zone there. Stepping up with it, reaching for this. Henry couldn't get to it. Tizzano turns, fires, fought off by Graziano. Round it comes. Dylan Decchiaro takes a look over his shoulder, plays it up the boards. McCauley pinches down to grab it. Konstantinos Krokidis, though, will clear it back out. Colmar just able to keep it away from Decchiaro as both teams reset here, and McCauley with his head up, look out, nearly gave it up to Conlon, got a stick on it. McCauley resets, though. Now it's Nooner on to Tizzano. Good stick at the line that time from Caliendo. Across. Decchiaro nearly stole it away. Colmar keeps it alive, though. Nooner shot blocker down. Still loose. Backhand try, one and go. Big save for Graziano. Now the Cougars looking to clear and will. Dylan Decchiaro takes it wide. Will just backhand it deep. Henry stepping up was Madison Decchiaro. Took down one of the Friars. That was Nooner, and Friars fans up in arms. We play on though, it's Johnson. Johnson will just dump it in, hit the linesman though, right there at the blue line, so has to get back on it, backhands it out of play. The Friars with a pretty good shift there, nearly equalized this game, and here's probably the best chance of it. Blocker save, rebound right to Henry. Maybe a little bit of daylight there on the glove side, but quickly closed off by Dom Graziano. Johnson from the red line, bouncing puck, steered aside by Bonowit. Now it's Zethner. Ahead to Menino. Johnson back on it though for Middle Country. Zethner. Take it back behind his own net here as we approach 3 minutes remaining, period number 1. Middle Country, the 1-0 lead, game 1 of the Freshman Division Finals. Best of 3 here on LI Sports Network for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. Uvezai trying to slip around. Giametti has the size advantage to the slot, followed up by Graziano. Zethner on it, back door right through the crease. And just icing this puck here is Middle Country. They'll take it as the Friars starting to tilt the ice here in these last couple of shifts. Missed coverage here in the slot. What a play. Great vision as well here from Uvezai. He's able to find Galloway, one-timer, and making the save again was Graziano. Both these teams with stellar goaltending as well throughout these playoffs. Hoping to get them to this point. Friars have done it with a lot of offense as well. That has certainly helped, but the goaltenders keeping the opponent scoring low. Some defensive help in front of them. The Cougars, slightly different, much tighter hockey games against some of the top seeds, and Graziano and LaSala, Jack LaSala, have done a great job between the pipes for them. Skating into it, here's Rauch. Rauch by himself. Curls back on Figueroa. Goes up top, Colmar. Loads up a wrister high, catches the glass. McCauley on it. Logan McCauley around for Colmar. Pinches down at the half wall. Sidesteps Conley. Goes down to the corner. Stepping out for a tough angle try. McCauley holding the post there was Graziano. One-time shot misses that time. McCauley just wide. Comes back to Colmar. Those two just trading shots from the point. Check this Salisi. Madison Decchiaro trying to jam it up the boards. Not allowing her to do so easily. Rauch, she'll try the other side. 90 seconds left. McCarthy trying to sneak past the defense for a potential breakaway, but Conlon unable to get it to him. A shot here, kicked away. Big rebound, slid just wide. Tough angle try. Graziano swallows it up. Todd Rauch with the opportunity, just couldn't get the angle right to slide it home. 1:13 to go in the first. Face off to the left of Dom Graziano. Back to Zethner. Tied up immediately by Crocodus. Comes back to Zethner though. He holds it in, fires it out of the play as he tries to feed it back down to the corner. .103 remaining. Back to the point it comes. Zethner down low. Johnson on it though. Off the glass, and he'll go get it. Just backhands it out to safety. Nooner. Feeds it back down. Friars play catch. Can they get a late one here to even this thing up? Still a full 2 periods after this, but it's the 1-0 lead for the 8 seed Middle Country Cougars. That was close to offside. Disappointing. The Cougars fans to my right there are the linesmen who ruled it on, but Johnson will flip it back in, final half minute. Around it comes. Here come the Cougars. Skated back in, Galloway, checked by Johnson. He goes down, behind the net goes the puck. 10 seconds left in the period. Centering pass off the stick of Johnson behind the net. Dropped away from Galloway. Maresca will claim it, backhanded out. That'll take care of period number 1. Tightly contested first, not much on the board. The only one, a breakaway goal from Derek Johnson, 4th of the playoffs. Cougars lead game 1 after 1. We'll be back with the second in just a moment on LISN. Back for period number 2 on LISN. Brady Campbell, Paul Trentini on camera. It's the second period of game 1 of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Freshman Division Finals. The 8 seed Middle Country Cougars lead the 3 seed St. Anthony's Friars 1-0 after the first 15. Opening face-off control by St. Anne's, given away immediately. Dylan Decchiaro has a teammate in front, fired just high by Liam McCarthy. Back in front, that one wouldn't go either. And here come the Friars. Quick start for the Cougars to start the frame. Well, it's Tizano back the other way. Dips the shoulder, takes it wide. Sends it in front, turning with it. Nooner knocked down by Graziano, and the rebound ends up beyond the net. Pops to the side of the cage, covered by Graziano. Takes a couple whacks there, and the Cougars don't appreciate that. Here's a look at that opening 10 seconds to the frame. Good vision here by Decchiaro. McCarthy wide open. Just flubbed it a bit. Back down to the corner it goes. Johnson gonna force it out, trying to get to it. Good play there from Jackson Zethner. Friars offside here, so some time for Madison Decchiaro. Perhaps not. She gets checked hard. But the play goes on, and Johnson back in. Johnson toe drag, backhand try, fought off by Bonawent. Menino, good stick Decchiaro. Those two jockey for it. Comes back out to the line. Rister blocked by Johnson. And now Johnson picks up the puck. Derek Johnson, 1-on-2. Left it behind, pops back up to his feet. Croak did this, just fired it wide. And reaching for it and freezing the puck. Bonawent, what a fast start to period number 2. Chances back and forth, 13:37 left. Score has not changed, however, since 11:20 left in period 1. Maresca through traffic, knocked down. And speed the other way. Come the Friars trying to split his way through. McCauley couldn't get it to go. Took one right out of Derek Johnson's playbook there. Now here he is again in the slot. Shoots, kicked out, rebound available. Still loose, penalty upcoming. In the crease it goes. Finally a touch. And another chaotic sequence down near Dom Graziano. A cross-checking penalty coming up. Looks like it's going to be against Lucas Reyes. To the power play go the Friars. How about this from Logan McCauley? Went right into second gear right here. Couldn't get it through that right pad of Dominic Graziano, though. Well, a great sequence for the Friars. Forced the Cougars into taking a penalty, and now they'll get their first power play opportunity here tonight. The Cougars are 0 for 1 themselves. Pops right out, still available in the slot, out to Colmar. Trying to find it in his skates, keeps it deep. Very aggressive penalty kill from Middle Country as well. They got a shorthanded goal against the Bulls of Smithtown Hauppauge the other night from Derek Johnson on the backhand try. It's McCauley, though, to the circle, looking back, forfeited through the crease, knocked away. Back out to McCauley, gave it up to Johnson. They'll make no mistake and fire it down the ice. Reaching for it, Henry, knocked away by Johnson. Went to clear it, put it into the bench. And the face-off, yep, they'll put it in the Cougar zone here. 1:15 of power play time left for St. Anthony's. They changed Zachary Maresca out there. This is a Cougars team getting it done with a couple of injuries as well, a couple key injuries. Saw Jonathan Moringer tonight with a cast on his arm. What a season he's had, hoping his team could get it done. Maresca short-handed, looking to oblige, but a good glove save there. Bonawent will freeze it halfway through the power play. It's going to be a defensive zone draw, though, here for the Friars. It's clear to the line. Johnson, though, heavy wrister goes wide. Zeffner will feed it ahead. Missed its target. Madison DeChiaro back on it. Johnson, look out behind his own goal. Able to recover. Nooner, though, all over him. He's able to escape. Maresca helps it the rest of the way. 30 left on the penalty to Reyes. Cross-checking Minor. Tizano back in. Stops up at the half wall. Drops it off to Zeffner. Across Galloway. Loads up a wrister looking for a redirection. Nooner swing and a miss. Galloway cuts towards the slot trying to get a stick free. Johnson to a knee. Blocks that attempt. Nooner behind the goal. In front. Good stick. Graziano. Maresca will hammer it down. That'll take care of the cross-checking penalty. And look out, Maresca, the steal on the backhand, couldn't settle it. Crokinus in to help, but by that point, Zeffner took it. Successful kill for Middle Country. Here's Tizano back in. Trying to get through DeChiaro. DeChiaro knocks him to the ice. Madison DeChiaro, the Swiss Army knife, playing defense, it looks like, tonight. Not allowing Nick Tizano to sneak his way through, as we've seen both teams successfully slithering their way past the defense tonight and creating some grade A opportunities. Up it comes, chopped out, down the ice. Does it have enough for icing? No, it does not. Colmar, Dylan DeChiaro in pursuit. Colmar around, Connor Neenan, check to the boards. It comes out to the line, kept alive for a moment by Caliendo, but off a body and back out. Middle Country certainly going to want to try to stay out of the penalty box. 323 total penalty minutes between regular season and playoffs is the most by any team here in the freshman division. Do have an 83.3% penalty kill, though, and St. Anthony coming in with a 28.6% power play. So the numbers still favor them. Shot here from the outside goes wide off the tape of Colmar. 10 minutes to go in period 2. Menino trying to drag through, didn't get a clean shot away to the line. McCauley blocked by Decchiaro, foot race for it. McCauley wins it. Has to shake Dylan Decchiaro though, and will. Conlon, a good stick, nearly stripped it away, with Johnson coming off the bench as well, but McCauley back in. Goes around Menino on it. Nice fake out to Colmar, D to D. McCauley off the boards, his shot blocked by Johnson. Always seems to find himself in the right shooting lane too. McCauley off a stick now, Ivezai. Ivezai couldn't get through Caliendo, and right off the bench, Cetera there to knock down that clearing attempt from Johnson. Decchiaro though will sweep it out, and this one will be icing. Game 2 tomorrow night. Tonight was a 7:10 p.m. puck drop. That's a 6:30 p.m. puck drop. And then Game 3, both teams will get a day off if it comes to that. So not Sunday, but Monday will be a 6:40 p.m. puck drop that would most certainly decide our freshman champion. Centering pass knocked away. Still available in the high slot. Cetera gets to it. Pass blocked off by Faith Rivera. Tied up behind the goal. Cetera gets to it. Patrick Cetera wraps it around. Coming to get it is Rauch. Rauch, centering pass blocked off. Ahead it comes. Galloway checked. Cougars look to clear. Poked out towards Johnson at the line. Cuts back. He's tied up by Solisi. Now able to free himself and feed it ahead to McCarthy. Red line and in. Takes a funny hop off the end boards and forced to cover it by the wing. Well, this Sunday as well, here on the LI Sports Network, the big one. Be sure to tune in. 2 p.m. puck drop will be on the air around 1 p.m. For our Heroes Hockey Showdown at UBS Arena, second time we'll be doing it. And it will be, of course, the NYPD and the FDNY hockey teams squaring off once again Sunday afternoon here on the LI Sports Network. If you can't make it out to UBS Arena, back the other way, Nicholas Nooner stopped by Graziano. Nooner up top, McCauley through traffic, knocked down into the crease. Graziano pounces on it. And Nooner and LaSala exchanging words. Lucas Reyes a little slow to get up here. Back to his feet, though. He'll head off for a change. Face-off win offensively here for St. A's. McCauley couldn't get through. Nooner replaces him at the point, but couldn't hold it in. Now under pressure here from Crocodis and Decchiaro. Keeps it alive, though, from McCauley back in. He ran into Dylan Decchiaro. Cleared ahead and back out. Mason LaSala chasing after it. Colmar beat him to it. Good stick there from Decchiaro. Halfway through regulation here in Game 1. Still a 1-0 lead for Middle Country on an early goal from Derek Johnson. Just 3 minutes and 40 seconds into the hockey game. LaSala flips it ahead. Colmar tied up. Who wants it? Looks like it's going to be Todd Rauch. Pass on to Tizzano. Tizzano quick cut to the circle. His pass blocked off. Towards the line, Nooner there at the half wall, takes it out high, feeds it down to Colmar. Colmar to an empty space of ice on the cross side. And Decchiaro resets, still into Madison. High flip, glove down by Colmar. Keeps it alive down to Tizzano. Tizzano trying to return it. Madison Decchiaro down on the knee to block it. It still got chopped on goal where Graziano kicked it away. Another icing here. No, late wave off. Bono went forced to play it. Both teams making changes. McCauley. Checked by Crocodis. But Logan McCauley finds an open space of ice. McCauley cuts back into the backhand. Derek Johnson on the back check wouldn't let him get the shot away. Conlon looks to clear. Glove down Colmar. Goes down to the corner. Francesco Menino. Madison Decchiaro down to a knee and then got the stick in the passing lane. Sidestep Menino, dropped it off to Johnson. Return, big hit there from McCauley. Knocks down Decchiaro. Into the attacking zone it goes. Conlon, though, locks up with Colmar, who wins possession back for St. A's. Pass outletted to Tizzano. Chops it along to Menino. Francesco Menino in, takes it to the backhand. Stops up, down to the corner now. Menino tries to jam it in front, hit the apron. Tizzano has Galloway open, but Tizzano gonna turn and fire wide. Backhanded around by Galloway. It's Owen Hill tied up with Zethner there. Caliendo coming over to get it. Hill on the backhand, flips it out of play, and a good catch there by the Friar on the bench. I believe that's Nicholas Nooner. Can't quite see the number. A great catch there, and faceoff will stay in the middle country zone. Zethner. Decchiaro all over him down to the corner. Pass fanned on there from McCauley. Now jams it to the side of the net. Covered by Graziano. .4:48 left in the period. Menino line. Great shift there, but they head off. Replaced by the Cetera line. And here he is on the backhand. Decchiaro gets in the way. Jammed out at the side of the goal, and a bouncing puck wouldn't settle. Centered again. Shot just wide. Boy, the Friars have had a few close calls in this hockey game. Solisi. Centering pass. Galloway wide. Cetera. Solisi was open. It pops up on the apron. Still loose at the side of the net. Comes free. Maresca jamming at it. Up in the air. Held in. Now Decchiaro able to force it out. Numbers here for the Cougars. Madison Decchiaro looking, shooting, and fought off there by Bonawent. Now the Friars' potential numbers. Decchiaro hustling back, but it's Galloway. Shot blocked. Figueroa gets in front of the shot, gets knocked to the ice, and the power play for the Cougars upcoming. A chaotic back and forth sequence once again ends with no goals. Instead, a penalty here against the Friars. Galloway to the box. Here's a close call, though, for St. Anne's. Just off the outside of the post. Decchiaro had a shot stopped by Bonawent. Galloway had his shot blocked by Figueroa, and then seconds later, a roughing minor. Cougars back to the power play. It's a face-off win, though, wrapped around by the Friars, but Madison Decchiaro there, and then a great read by McCauley. He's off with Tizzano shorthanded. McCauley takes it wide, just out of the reach of Tizzano. McCauley up top, Colmar. His shot off a skate, nearly got all the way through, but it hit Tizzano, and now it's Derek Johnson. Around McCauley, up to Dylan Decchiaro, over the line, drops it, LaSala, he's in, he just missed the top corner. Cleared out by the Friars. Already a more intense power play here from the Cougars. Bonawent couldn't reach the puck. And reaching for it, Dylan Decchiaro couldn't get to it. Johnson waiting to hold it in. Wrist shot, redirected, kicked out with the right pad. McCauley a chance to clear. He skated out, and he will. And Logan McCauley back in, halfway through the power play. McCauley jams it on goal, stopped by Graziano. Another good zone rush there for Logan McCauley. Stopped by Graziano just moments after a good look here. Mason LaSala nearly made it 2-0. Dylan DeChiaro, LaSala able to get past Nooner. Going high glove. Looks like he may have had it, just put it a bit too high. 2:43 left here in the second. Chipped out, McCarthy racing after it. Conlon going to the goal. McCarthy couldn't get it around. Zethner now does, off the skate of Conlon. Tizano back the other way. Menino knocked down, no call. Tizano couldn't get through Johnson. Zethner gave it up to DeChiaro. It's Dylan. Powers ahead. Over the line. Sidesteps Nooner, and Zethner cut him off at the last moment. Goes up top to Reyes. Takes a heavy check there from Tizano. Kept the puck in though. Menino goes around to Zethner. Final 10 of this Cougars power play. Nooner a chance to put an end to it, and he will. Feeds it on to Tizano. Sidestepped one, but Johnson's going to beat him to the puck on the other side. Galloway back to the ice. Big collision there. Johnson and Menino. Menino took the worst of it. Giveaway. LaSala in the slot. Scores! If at first you don't succeed, Mason LaSala makes it 2-0. Had the partial breakaway during the power play. This time Tizano puts it on a platter. Not as much time, but he sneaks it right under the arm of Bonawent. We were wondering when we were going to get that next goal, a crucial one, especially here with just 97 seconds left in period 2. And the Cougars trying to take the ever so important game 1 of this series in this best of 3. Giametti across to Caliendo. Plays it ahead to LaSala. LaSala stops up. Johnson looking for another behind the back spinning pass there. Then had the stick taken right out of his hands as the pass was a bit behind Conlon. Can the Friars find one late? McCauley back in. McCauley picks it up in the corner. Johnson slows things down for a moment, tried to bank it out to LaSala. LaSala's goal, they give McCarthy an assist. Although it appeared the assist more came from Nick Tizano of St. Anne's. Final minute of period 2. Mason LaSala's 8th total goal of the season. He's going to hustle after this one. Colmar, though, will get to it. LaSala heads off for a change. Played ahead. Conlon had DeChiaro going to the goal. Couldn't get a pass through. Skated back out by Ivazai. Ivazai couldn't get through Caliendo. Final half minute of the second. DeChiaro around to Johnson. Johnson skies it. Conlon trying to sneak around. Colmar had hopped his stick. Colmar takes it. DeChiaro, though, checked him, and then he's knocked down by Solisi. Conlon the steal. Oh, it wouldn't go. Another try. DeChiaro blocked. Pops up, glove down with just .7 left in period 2. And the Cougars will get an offensive zone face-off here. They pretty much just really have to fire it on goal. Get the replay in a moment here. Quick puck drop, and they go with Derek Johnson to try and get the job done. His shot blocked, and that'll take care of period 2. 2-0 lead for the Friars, or excuse me, 2-0 lead for the Cougars after 2. As the 8th seed thinking upset on their mind. They've got to win 2, but they're on their way to winning 1. Still 15 minutes left. What do the Friars have in store for a comeback? We'll find out next here on LISN. 30 minutes down, 15 to go. Game 1 of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Freshman Finals. Best of 3. The Middle Country Cougars up 2-0 on the St. Anthony's Friars as the 8 seed trying to run the table. Still a ways to go, but they're off to a good start in Game 1. Derek Johnson, a partial breakaway goal all the way back early in the first, and then late in the second, Mason LaSalle off a turnover. The goal scorers. Period 3 underway from the rinks. Paul Trentini on camera. I'm Brady Campbell. Turnover, Johnson. Tough angle, scores! The magician again! From an impossible angle, 3-0 Middle Country. Well, if anyone's going to be able to snipe this one home, I put my money on number 21. Had Conlon, I believe, going to the goal. Maybe it deflected. I don't believe it did, but Conlon at the very least providing a screen there on a perfectly placed shot. Johnson's got his second. Cougars got their third in the opening seconds of the third, and they're looking for more. Another try from that same spot from Maresca, gloved and held by Bonawent. Johnson from Mason LaSalle. Those two each have 2-point nights now. Between the regular season and playoffs, 30-goal season for Derek Johnson, and it's been a full team effort by the Cougars, but at the same time, it's felt like he's put this team on his back a bit here in the playoffs as well. Friars looking to get one back. Tizano ran into the pipe, knocked it off its moorings. Madison DeChiaro defending there. Good work again by her, and then Graziano knocked to the ice. We're going to have a penalty here. Tizano's going to the box. The Cougars fans were calling for a potential penalty of some sort. I'm assuming goalie interference. Wait for the exact call. It's elbowing. Tizano, as he crashed into the net, did knock down Graziano. However, not entirely sure if that's where the call came from, but there's 4 minutes up on the board right now as well. It is a 5-on-4. Wait to get the official scorer's ruling here. No, it is going to be a 5-on-3. 5-on-3 for 2 minutes and a chance to put the hammer down in Game 1 for the Cougars. Clear just out of the reach of Johnson by the Friars, and this goes without saying, a must-kill for St. Anthony's if they want a chance to come back here in Game 1. DeChiaro in, his shot blocked by Colmar. There is tomorrow, but there's no guaranteed day after tomorrow. What a redirect there by DeChiaro. It winds up just wide. Nooner off the glass and all the way out. Johnson gonna wind it up. Derek Johnson sitting on 2 goals for the second straight game. Goes across to DeChiaro. Up top, Giametti. Just out of the reach of Johnson. He'll play it off the kick plate. Walks into the circle. Cuts to the backhand. Giametti from the high slot. Knocked down. It's in the pads of Bonawent. It's still loose as it trickles off to the corner. Look out on the Friars bench. As that one may have been redirected in front of Bonawent. He was able to squeeze those pads together and at least angle that puck off to the side of the net. 51 seconds left on the 5-on-3. It is elbowing against Tizano as well as an unsportsmanlike conduct served by Lucas Hoffman. Comes out to Johnson down the slot. Johnson, shot, kicked out, Conlon, good aggressive stop from Bonawent. doing all he can to keep his team in it. His first start here of the playoffs. It was Brody Morbillo getting the quarters and the semis. Interesting to see who gets the nod tomorrow. And not that Bonawent has played bad whatsoever. As Johnson shot another big save for Bonawent. He's had a massive game. He's made a couple big saves. Down at the other end, though, Dominic Graziano having one of the games of his life, especially at periods in that second period. Shifts, I should say, in that second. Johnson in off the cuff of the glove of Bonawent. 10 to go on the power play. Madison DeChiaro to the circle. Drops it off for Johnson. Walks into the circle. Goes back towards DeChiaro. Plays it off the boards. Steps down. In front, Lasala. 1 and go. Power play over. Wrapped out. Johnson on it. Massive kill for the Friars. Just keeping them in this hockey game. But the early portion of this third dominated by the Cougars. Conlon taken down, and let's just say Cougars fans not going to be too happy with that. Lasala, shot off a body and wide. Conlon tries to jam it home. DeChiaro towards the goal, blocked off. Now Dillon wraps it up to Madison. Half wall, McCarthy off Lasala, sticking wide. Oh, big hip check there right in front of the Cougar bench. McCarthy with the hit there on Borison. Played up out of the reach of Conlon. Look out. That looked like it was close to too many players. It indeed wasn't. My eyes deceived me there for a moment. McCauley. Back behind his own goal. Reyes. Stops it up at the red line, puts it in. Borison comes to grab it. Borison, look out, DeChiaro trying to get to it. Johnson takes it. Down to DeChiaro, tries to sweep it in front. Had Maresca going to the goal. Good stick there by McCauley. McCauley trying to kickstart the comeback for the Friars. That's offside. Slow developing play from Evazai, and unable to hold the zone was Todd Rauch. Just under 10 and a half to go in game one. We saw the developmental team of Connecticut-Sayville pull off a similar feat last year. DeChiaro denied by Bonawent on the backhand. As they went in, of course, only 4 teams make the playoffs there. Figueroa checked hard into the penalty box. She's a little shaken up right into that corner. She'll go off for a change. Caliendo out there. Lasala nearly stole that puck right at the top of the crease. Under 10 to go in the third. Only goal of the period. 22 seconds into it. Derek Johnson got his second of the game. Mr. March living up to the name. Zethner down the board, centering pass. Got through everyone. Galloway shot off a skate of Dylan DeChiaro to be exact and out of play. Take a look at this sequence from just a few moments ago. Mason Lasala off the feed from Madison DeChiaro nearly extended the lead to 4-0. Lasala with the second of the 3 goals tonight and has had plenty of chances. Probably could have 4 goals if not for Leo Bonawent. Faceoff will be to the right of Graziano. It's one back by the Friars. McCauley, shot, standing save by Graziano. We'll do it again, same spot, this time a tie-up. Out to the corner, Nooner locks up with Reyes. The number 3's jockey for it. It comes back out, McCauley. Rister looking for a stick, went high. Colmar back down the boards. Reyes all over Nooner again. Nooner tries to jam it towards the front. Backdoor feed knocked down by Graziano. The Cougars clear it out. McCauley will reset. McCauley has come close a couple of times, picks up speed, takes it around the goal, wrapped it right through the crease, still loose, and out the other side. How'd that one not go? And a point try kicked out as well. All the Friars have come oh so close, and oftentimes you see it could only take one. They need one right now. Can't buy one though. McCauley to Tizano. Tizano back in. Trying to make up for his misplay with the puck in the second. LaSala back on it. Caliendo to LaSala. Johnson, good stick from Tizano. Now trying to take it from Giametti, who spins around him. Giametti redlining in. McCauley hammers it around. Johnson holds it in. Rich shot through traffic. Bona went able to find it and get the whistle. Well, Logan McCauley has been the main catalyst offensively for the Friars tonight. Leads them in all offensive categories. Trying to get one going here. Almost got a good bounce. Graziano with some help. And then on the back door, the Friars just couldn't get the angle to bury it. Madison Decchiaro loads up, doesn't like the shooting lane. Play towards the front, Dylan denied. Bona went doing everything he can to keep his team within striking distance. Back the other way, Ivezai. Ivezai from the circle, blocked by Decchiaro. On the apron, it'll just be covered by Graziano. 7 seconds past the halfway point of period number 3. Cougars in control right now. Friars starting to press a bit. We'll see once again. It's a best of 3. That shot somehow missed all the bodies in front from Zethner and just went wide. But we'll see how aggressive the Friars may get here with a potential goalie pull. Decchiaro trying to negate any discussion of that. Back the other way come the Friars. Shot kicked away. Decchiaro couldn't get it out. Zethner knocked to the ice. Turnaround shot. Decchiaro down in the crease. May have gotten the block. It's still loose underneath her or Graziano. Got to be careful if you're the Cougars. Don't want to intentionally cover that puck in the crease if you're Madison Decchiaro. But it looks like the Cougars get away with that sequence. She got knocked down to the ice there by Menino and then got a measure of revenge, as did Graziano. I think that one may have gotten through a bit as well. Oh, that was a close call there to a potential penalty shot. But no dice for the Friars. Nooner up top. McCauley shot off a body, and guess who? Madison Decchiaro gets in front of it again, and now Derek Johnson back the other way, trying to split through off the skate of Colmar. Cleared out. Tizano off the bench, though, comes Reyes to cut him off. Nicholas Tizano back in. Decchiaro to come get it. Under pressure, takeaway. Backhanded towards the front, got all the way through. Tizano back on it. McCauley, shot, slowed up, rebound, wouldn't go! Another huge save from Dominic Graziano. Friars starting to tilt the ice. Cougars withstanding. Back in McCauley. Takes it wide again. Good stick. Reyes spun it in front, though, as he blew a tire. Tizano keeps it alive. McCauley. Tied up top Tizano. Holds, cross corner. Nooner coming to grab it. Looking for the reverse hit on Johnson. Faked him out a bit there, though, and Nooner let the puck go. Behind it goes Nooner. Conlon. A little bit of time around. Colmar pinches to grab it. Nooner. Off the outside of the net. Up top, Tizano to McCauley. Shot off Conlon's stick. McCauley steps up, holds it in. Turn around, shot swallowed up by Graziano. On the try from Reggie Henry. What a playoffs it has been for Dom Graziano. Got a big win over the 1 seed in the quarters. What a save, point blank on Henry. Jack LaSala came in to defeat the Bulls in the semis, and Graziano, those two have not missed a beat. Behind the goal, Ivezai, under 5 to go in the third, taken by De Chiaro. Ivezai cuts him off, couldn't slip through Caliendo. Behind the goal, backhands it off a skate in the crease, out the other side. Galloway, forced to bring it all the way back out. Plays catch with Zethner. Valuable time ticking off here in game 1 for the Friars. Hill on the forecheck. Zethner trying to shake him. Crocodis all over him as well. Finally flipped out, but Reyes going to take his time with it here. Flip it ahead to Dylan De Chiaro. He'll curl back with it. Derek Johnson right back onto the ice. De Chiaro will play to him, put a shoulder into Menino, or vice versa. Those two come together. Johnson full head of steam, lost the handle. Friars trying to go back the other way. Penalty upcoming. De Chiaro took out Zethner. Crocodis will touch it. Friars getting a power play here with just 3:47 to go in a must-score situation. And it's, if you're the Friars, you'd like to score, of course, as quick as possible. So try and save yourself some time being down 3. Tripping against De Chiaro. Nooner towards the goal, off the outside of the cage. Kicked free, Tizano. To the half wall. Nicholas Tizano. To the circle, blocked by Madison. De Chiaro, clear towards the line. Colmar steps up, lets one go wide. Misplayed nearly, now out to McCauley. Shot may have been tipped, kicked out by Graziano. Behind for Nooner, misplayed it. Giametti will leave it for Johnson. Derek Johnson, always a threat. Brings it in, wrister blocked. Getting in front of it was McCauley. De Chiaro on for LaSala, and he'll sweep it down the ice halfway through the Friars' power play. Under 3 minutes to go. Bonawet looking towards the bench. Out towards the hash marks. McCauley to the red line. They're calling Bonawet off. Empty net. McCauley hits the bar. 6 on 4 for the next 40 seconds. Cougars can ice it down the other end. Tizano denied by Graziano. LaSala getting into it behind the goal with Henry. And Logan McCauley has had his chances. This was the closest call. Right off the bar. And it looks like we'll have our timeout call for the Friars. 2:23 left, 36 seconds of power play time left. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for St. Anthony's. We'll see if they're able to get one here. And of course, they got to get one soon, down 3. If you're just joining us, it was a early goal, just 3 minutes, 40 seconds in. Derek Johnson from Sebastian Caliendo got the scoring started. Turned seemingly nothing into a breakaway, as he often does, and slid a 5-hole in the backhand. Second period, it took until the final 97 seconds. Turnover. McCarthy gets an assist. Mason LaSalle with the burial. And then not long after that, 22 seconds into the third, Johnson from LaSalle from an impossible angle. Roofed it past Bonawent. And that is where we stand. Out of the timeout now. Faceoff will be to the right of Graziano. Tie-up comes to the point. Colmar looks, fanned on the shot. Johnson takes it. He'll fire it towards the empty net. He just missed. Turnover. McCarthy takes a look. Blocked. Vezai got in front of it. DeChiaro the flip. Glove down by McCauley. McCauley shaking off his hand. Cougars may have gotten away with the slash there. McCauley back in, dying seconds of the power play, takes it wide. Dylan DeChiaro out of the box, centering pass, wouldn't go. Graziano covers. And more chaos after the whistle here. Players get separated, refs trying to not let this one get out of hand. Derek Johnson almost made it get out of hand for the Friars. Doesn't miss those too often. Not that an empty netter is easily when the puck's fluttering 150 feet down the ice. But just missed the post there and the chance to ice it. Only 104 seconds left in this one though, and Cougars in pretty good shape. We do have penalties there after the whistle. And it's Dominic Graziano. Will be served by Zachary Maresca for roughing, but there is a Friar in there as well. So it'll stay 6-on-5 for the Friars. Johnson trying to grab that one and go with it, but it's held in. Centering pass knocked away by Graziano. Nooner tied up by DeChiaro. 90 to go. Around it, got through Johnson. Colmar holds it. Colmar walks in. His shot kicked out by Graziano. Reyes around the boards, taken by Vezai. All the way around. Colmar loads, shoots. That one sounded like it hit the post. Cleared out, redirected down by Johnson. No icing. Colmar back on it as we hit the final 60 seconds. Giveaway McCarthy in front. Johnson, Mr. March, puts game one away for the Cougars. Colmar back on it, fans on the pass. McCarthy and Johnson connect again. This time, much easier shot. Soft backhander into the empty net. And the Cougars are 57.8 away from taking the first of this best of three. Big hit delivered there. Satera and McCarthy come together. Satera looks a bit shaken up. That was right in front of the Cougar bench. Johnson puts a shoulder into Zethner, flips it out. The other roughing penalty was on Nicholas Tizano of St. Anthony's. We'll both watch the final 30 seconds tick off here in game one. Nooner gave it away. Johnson will just stop up at the blue line, flip it deep. McCarthy behind the goal. He's checked hard. He's able to evade most of it there on the hit from Galloway. Final 10 ticking off. McCarthy, one last try right through the crease. And out the other side. And a dominant game one win for the Middle Country Cougars. And the 8th seed is a victory away from claiming the freshman crown. Two games under 500, but they capture the 8th seed. That's all they needed. And now the 3 seed Friars are on the chopping block. Dominic Graziano, a shutout victory, a dominant performance between the pipes. Another multi-goal performance from Derek Johnson. He got 3-2 and an empty netter. Mason LaSala, the other one for the Cougars. And the Cinderella run nearly complete. Still gonna win one more though. Game 2 tomorrow night as the Friars look for redemption and revenge. Puck drop 6:30 right back here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan will be with you on the call for that one. It could very likely be myself and Paul's last time here for the season, so on behalf of he and myself, ISN throughout the whole season, as potentially just one game left here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. The Friars hoping they can make that too. Thank you so much for tuning in. For Paul Trentini on camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score: the Middle Country Cougars 4, the St. Anthony's Friars nothing, and the Cougars lead the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Freshman Finals best of 3 by a score of 1-0. You've been tuned in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Freshman Finals Game 1 here on LISN. Have a good night. We will see you right back here tomorrow night for Game 2.